Hello everyone, new coaching video, and this one is a very cool one as we got to talk about hesitation, position and rotations, what to do when we have ball possession, as well as many other things. If you're interested in a coaching session yourself, check out the first link of the description and don't forget to subscribe to not miss the next coachings. Yeah, you had the boost. But for some reason here you're not like speeding up. Because right now what you need to be aware of is your teammate just made a challenge with with one of the enemies. So after a challenge that your teammate makes, you will have to be ready for that. And right now, see, like, you're kind of like driving, and now you're boosting. And sure, you will arrive almost on time, but what we'd like to do is to be even faster than what you are. Because, for example, here, if you took this boost a little bit better, like with an angle like this, you boost a little bit, you flip, you'd be here, and see, you have much more space, and you might even be able to like challenge this directly.
Okay.
Instead of being more passive where they have the opportunity to make a shot and you are forced to defend. There might be a word where you're able to actually go and challenge this directly, preventing them from having the shot. Especially since at the higher level, this guy will try to bump you. So you staying like here won't really work at higher level. Unless like you avoid this guy from bumping you. And like see, he's gonna be fine because like he doesn't bump you, but like what if he decides to bump you?
Yeah, and then it's wide open.
Yeah. And usually that's the thing that you want to be doing, trying to prevent the shot from happening rather than going in defense from the get-go. Because the thing is, at lower levels that works, because people will usually like send the ball back to you and like boom the ball and then give you possession. But what happens whenever people get more mechanical, they get better control over the ball, you can't really leave them space. And in a way, that's kind of what you're doing. It's going to be fine because they missed the ball, so here you take the boost. This is yours. I don't know why you're not going for it.
Yeah, my thing is I get really nervous, like, because I got it in my head that let's say I go for that ball.
Yeah.
The corners is where I have a lot of problems with. And if I go for this ball and I miss it and it rolls either back towards my goal or I just miss it in general.
Yeah.
I see now that my teammate had bumped him. That guy's out of the equation. The
Yeah.
other guy, I'm not sure where he's at. But my concern there was if I miss this and I don't play passive here, it's a wide open net.
I understand, but actually thinking that way will lead to more problem, because if you're passive, you let the enemy play in a way. Right now what you need to be aware of is that there's a guy in front of you. He's pretty much useless. He just made a play, like now the ball is behind him, so he won't be able to play that. And the other guy here is, well, I mean, he's being chased by, my teammate is being chased by him, but he's not going for this. So you always want to take the information of where the ball is and where are the other players on the field. Because yeah, you would be right that if there was one of this guy, like for example, this guy actually was turning and he was here, you wouldn't want to jump for this directly, because there is a threat. Right now, is there a threat? No. There's no one that is going on this ball, so it's actually yours, right? And sure, you can. The thing is, you don't have like to jump, double jump, and go for this and like try to like read this. Actually, that would be a bad idea, because, like, I mean, even if you get a good read, you're just gonna give possession back to the enemy. Plus, your teammate is not there. So actually, what you want to be doing is taking control of that ball. So yeah, you can like slow down. You can maybe go even on the wall if it was simpler. I mean, you don't really have to here, but see, you can take your time. Maybe take the boost. Maybe you hit the ball like slowly. And you take the boost at the same time. Maybe you just take the boost. See, and if you look at that, there is no one there coming for you. You can take the boost and like almost like forget about the ball. I get the boost and then I go back for the ball because you have that time. And in the end, this is not gonna be problematic, right? You going in the net here is gonna be okay because you had so much space, so much time. Where it can become an issue is if this guy realized that you were not going for this. So instead of it being your ball, he's like, okay, he's not going, so I have a small window where I could challenge this. And in that case, well, you would lose possession. So here, as I said, it won't be really problematic. You have a free ball. A bit of a mechanical issue here.
Yeah, I wanted to catch it and I didn't.
A little bit unfortunate, but the idea was good. You just had to boost.
That's
a little
one
bit
of the
more.
things I'm working on right now is ground dribble, and my air dribbling is fine. I can take it all the way from the back wall all the way to the other side of the net.
Okay.
well, other side of the field in the air, but ground is where I'm having trouble. So that's what I've been working on.
Okay, well, yeah, keep practicing because like you would have gotten like a very good opportunity here.
Yeah.
Um, so this is a good example of a rotation problem. I don't really like you being here
Okay.
because can you hit the ball? Maybe. Is it gonna be a good hit though?
No.
No,
Not with the way my car is positioned and facing. I
no.
mean, if I hit it, it's either gonna go straight into the wall or to the right up the corner.
Yeah. Here, so this is maybe not the best example because your teammate is very far for some reason, but I would prefer if you were just to put some pressure, get closer, put some pressure, and then you take the boost, and then you leave. By doing that, you deny this boost, so now this guy won't have as much boost. And by leaving early, you're telling your teammate, that's like how you can communicate with your teammate without even like speaking. If your teammate see you leave, he knows that now it's his ball. And see how, well, your teammate is a bit far, but let's say that he was here, like he's going closer. He's facing the play, he's facing the ball, so he will have a better challenge. And it won't be as risky for him because you're also going back. So if your teammate end up messing up, well, it's okay, you will be able to take the follow up. Here, the
Yeah.
issue is you're trying to play too much. And again, in this case, it's not too bad because your teammate is far from the get go. But you could be way more effective if you were to take the boost and then you leave. And then you let your
Yeah.
teammate go. Because he will be able to do much more with this. And see, in the end, like you go, you get beat. And now this is actually very dangerous. Because you
Yep.
leave your
Now it's a
teammate.
1v2
Yeah.
situation. I
Uh,
overcommit myself on a 1v1 play most of the time, and
mhm,
sometimes a lot of the time when I overcommit, especially on low boost, I get burnt, and then my
mhm.
teammate is in that situation.
Yeah. To be honest, this is not necessarily too bad because by committing here, you kind of scare him, so he forgo possession.
And
That's
then it gives
why,
my teammate a
yeah,
chance.
that's why you won't get punished. But I don't think that was your intent, because you could do that.
No.
You could do that where,
My
for example,
intent was
here,
to make connection,
yeah, because you could, for example,
not
go
scare
here
him.
and go for a bump, right? That
Yeah.
that would work. That could work because you go for the bump, you forgo this ball because you know that you won't be able to play this, so you bump him. That way he's awkward, and by doing that, it's same principle. You leave the ball, so now your teammate know that he's taking that, and you're helping off the ball, right? Either by bumping him or taking the boost. So here it's not gonna be dangerous, but yeah, you are just leaving your teammate in a 1v1 or a 2v1. But here their guy didn't really play that well. This is yours. A little bit sad, but it's okay.
I love your explanation. This is sad.
No, I mean,
It makes me giggle, man. It's funny.
you
You
had a
could be
free
thinking about it
ball.
and be like, that fucking sucked.
No, 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 no. It's not honestly bad because you end up, yes, you end up giving a possession, but this was not like the easiest ball. If you really wanted to do something great with this, it would have been to flip on contact. I don't know if you double jumped here.
I did.
Okay, yeah, you did. See, if here you just single jumped and you flipped, you could have made it go further. And if you're able to extend it like backboard or like on target, you force the enemy to jump for that. So like that would have been the best option. But at the same time, you kind of gain time here, so it's not really too bad. Even if, as you see, they end up having possession, but they give it back. So it's okay. So here, be careful. So whenever we're doing rotations back, there's three things that we're looking for. Two that are like very mandatory, and the last one is like kind of optional, but it's always cool to have. The first one
Okay.
is to be able to rotate behind your teammate, which is what you're gonna be doing here. So that's fine. The second thing is to try to get boost as you're doing that. You don't
Okay.
want to have like your turn to play, like it's my turn to go on the ball, and that you don't have boost. So usually what you want to be
Yeah.
doing is that whenever I'm rotating, I'm taking pads, or if I have time to like take a boost. That way, whenever it's my turn to go on the ball, I am facing the play and I have some boost. Here the problem is that you're just like flipping. Yes, you got a pad, but like that's it. And see here you stopped,
Yeah.
your momentum is completely gone. And sure, you went fast behind your teammate, but what are you covering right now? Are you even being really helpful? I don't know. And see how in the end you just like stop and you're losing all your momentum. You're just waiting here, right? Waiting, waiting, and now I can go. What if, you know, what if you decided to see, instead of landing this way, you land this way. You can maybe take this boost. If not, maybe you try to like land more like this, and you flip, pad, pad, and see here. I want you to also take the information. Is this ball dangerous?
Yeah, because he's already pushing on it after hitting it, and if my teammate misses that ball on a weird bounce off the wall, it's a done deal. Then I'm final line of defense while my teammate's recovering.
Fair enough. But who will get first on this ball? This guy or your teammate?
My teammate,
Yeah,
because he hit it so hard.
yeah. And the thing is, if your teammate mess up, it's okay because you will be behind that, right? But what I wanted to show you
Okay.
is that here right now, there's like no immediate threat where you have to like, go in a straight line and try to go back as soon as possible, because if you don't do that, it's over. You actually have the time here to like take a little bit wider, take some pads, and slow down a little bit. That way you arrive ready to like face the play with a little bit more pads. And in
Okay.
the end, this is what we see in your gameplay. See, okay, you arrived here super early. There is no threat again, right? Your teammate is kind of awkward to be honest, but there's no threat. And so here, see, you have to stop, up, and now you're just waiting, right? And sure, you're able to go here, but you could have gotten a couple more pads that
Had
will
more
have
boost.
helped you follow up. There's also another problem, which here you won't be able to see it really, because the situation is actually going to be okay. But what happens if, for example, your teammate makes a bad touch that goes to the enemy, and you're here with no momentum in the middle of the net?
He's gonna hit it, but if he hits it behind me, there's
Yeah.
no saving it. If he sends a rocket back top right or
Hmm.
bottom right, there's no saving it.
Yeah. So what you actually want to be doing in defense is not only like be back in defense and ready to defend. You want to think about the timing that in which you will arrive to defend, right? With the angle. So like, see, even if you took like a little bit wider, it's fine because you would arrive with this angle, which is very good because see, you're facing the play. The play is happening on this side. You're facing everything. Sure you'd have been a bit slower even if you took pads. You could have some more momentum, but it's fine because if you timed your play, you'd be here up and you might be able to follow up. You might just be able to like slow down like this. But see, at no moment you'd be really without any momentum. You might need to slow down, but you still will be able to always go in as fast as you could. So here you're gonna take the boost, free ball for you. Yeah, I mean, again,
Yeah,
free ball here.
yeah, yeah,
Right. This is an amazing opportunity. Both of them are leaving. This is a good place to like make your mechanics speak for themselves. Again, booming it is not actually too bad. The thing is, it's not like on target. Because if it's on target, you
yeah.
can make them jump, make them use the boost. But I would actually like have liked if you were to try to do something mechanical there. Here's how to go again. You end up messing up. Um, why? Yeah, I think
I
you
had
didn't
too much
read.
momentum.
Yeah, you didn't read the trajectory. You thought like it was gonna go too much to the right. If you just turned a little bit
Yeah,
more, would have been perfect. Um. Oh. Oh.
and I miss.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
I should have just caught it on my hood and carried it in. I had nothing but time.
well,
No, I didn't.
there is that. Um, but there is also something else. So, uh, the thing is, if you, okay, I think we can spot it. Look at how you're turning right now. Is it like here
Uh huh.
you just like stop?
Uh huh.
This is actually what costs you the goal. If you had the better recovery first of all, that could have been better because you'd have been able to like leave the play a bit earlier. And if you took a little bit wider, just a little bit, right? Like for example, say you took this pad, right? Actually, this pad
Okay.
would have been great. If you have to go back, see, you'd have more space, so there will be no need for you to like stop. You'd have like more range to play this ball, so you could have jumped and go for it. And worst case scenario, you do a 50, but that's also fine. I think that's really that small stop that costed you this.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's okay because your teammate will have the ball. You take this boost. Okay, this is yours now. You leave. So here,
I shouldn't
So
have flipped into
yeah,
it.
we want to
Because it
keep
just fucked up
possession.
my momentum.
There is that. I mean, there's ways you could also like flip to like land on the wall. That's also possible. But here the issue is really like you flipping booms the ball away from you. So now the enemy
Yeah.
has the ball. Um, so here you turn again back to the play. Again, it's not gonna be too bad because your teammate really left. Uh, but in a good worst scenario, you'd have left. You'd have kept pressuring this guy, right? You'd come like this, you pressure him, and then you leave, take some pads. That tells your teammate to go for this, because he will have a better angle than you trying to like turn on your own. And by trying to like do a very sharp turn, you lose a lot of momentum, and the next ball is gonna be like very hard to play. Plus, you also got
Yeah.
bumped. Because here I feel like you see you're trying like to stay a little bit too much. Like it becomes very easy for them to pass you because you are in an awkward spot. Whereas see if your teammate was to go, he can cut at any moment while facing the play. A lot of rotation is trying to like be facing like being towards the play to like have a better angle. Kind of sad that you messed up the boost there. Okay, not too bad. You let your teammate play. Last stop was questionable, but it's okay. You feel the hesitation here?
Yeah, a lot of hesitation. A lot.
You put yourself in an awkward spot, so now you don't know if I should go, I should not go, maybe not.
I noticed
And
that my teammate had no boost, so I was like, all right, screw it. I'm gonna take this over. And I still don't think it
yeah,
went in my favor.
yeah. So the thing is, you could have taken this over. Let's look at it from your teammate POV. We might be able to see this better. So like he goes for this. Here it does make sense that he goes. But what happened here if he see you go? Plus you are also in voice chat with him, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So if you tell him I have, what he's gonna do is he's gonna like do this up, take pads, maybe this one too, maybe like this pad, and you would be the one going for this. And see, by going for this, you don't like you're pressuring him, so he doesn't have time to do any play. You might even be able to like steal this boost. Instead, by leaving, you force your teammate to continue for this ball.
Yep.
So like yes, he doesn't have boost, he should not be going for this, but because you are not going, I'm not really sure what is going in your head right now. You're it's like okay, I have to go back to the net. That's where I feel the most safe. So you're going back
See,
to the net.
one of the things that I get scored on the most is that corner right there.
Mm-hmm.
They either take it up and they dime it in top right
Mm-hmm.
over my head,
Yeah.
or they come down and they either pinch it or something, and it seems that corner always goes above my head. So I'm sitting where that ball always goes because that's my past with it
Yeah.
is I always either sit too far back and I can't get enough momentum going in. But my thing is when I'm in goal and my teammate's doing something,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing while I'm in goal. Am I supposed to be, like getting ready to go up backboard, or like I don't know how not to stop. I don't know what to do in that meantime.
That's the issue with just going in defense as a get go, right? Usually, what you want to be doing is you want to have a timing where, for example, here, see, you want to be arriving right now. That way, you know, you know about like back post rotations, right? Have you heard of that?
Uh, Not really,
Okay, well,
no.
actually, this will be a good example then. So whenever you rotating back, we call that like the back post rotation because usually you want to be going on the back post because by doing this, if you arrive like this, you have that whole angle that opens for you. And so this is the back post because it's the post that is the furthest from the ball, and this would be the front post. The problem with the front post is, if, for example, here if he had like a very good shot, like at higher level, he would maybe be able to like boom it above you or like behind you. Because right now the issue is that you're just covering this instead of this if you were behind. And the second thing about the back post rotation is that it like if you are here, it enables you to like go up. So if they make a very high aerial play, you could go on the backboard and then jump from there, and it might be easier.
Okay.
So there is a lot of value of being here instead of in the net. There is sometimes where you will want to like go in the net, like deep into the net and like face the ball like this. This can also work sometimes. But usually you don't want to be like in the net without really any momentum. Because again, if they send it behind you, you won't really be able to save it. The issue is that you don't want to be coming here and then park here. It's not really bad, but the problem is if they make a very fast play, you have to start going fast again to be able to catch to that play. It's not really
Yeah.
bad, but it's very passive. So a lot of things that you need to be aware of is the timing in which you arrive here. Sometimes you will be able to like slow down. If you have like more time, you can maybe take this boost and then you arrive here. The key element that you're looking for whenever you're in defense is the interaction that happens, right? So if, for example, your teammate is doing a 50, you want to be ready for that 50, right? The problem here, and I understand that you are the one like being scared of, well, if it goes over your head or like if he pinched it somewhere. But if you were the one that was going for this, first of all, you have an opportunity to not let him do that, and your teammate will take that position for you. He would be taking pads here, and he will be the one defending as the second man. He will be the one defending the back post while you're being like the first man that tries like to disturb this guy. Because again, the best defense is not to be here and to let them have a shot and then try to save it. The best defense is by preventing them from doing the shot from the get-go. And I believe that here, if you went for this ball instead of your teammate, first of all, he would be able to take some pads, so he would be ready to defend the shot, and you would probably be able to beat him on this boost. You would be able to to bump him perhaps, or at least be a disturbance. Because it's like how your teammate without any boost, like he was almost close. If you had boost and you were boosting here, I 100% sure you'd have been able to beat him. Or just make a good 50 where he's not able to play and do this. And you see like
Yeah.
how right now the issue with you just being stuck in the net is that you're not playing as a team. Usually what happens is you want to play as like with two layers of defense. My teammate
Yeah.
goes, he forced the enemy, and then I have a free ball after. But now the issue is that okay, he beats your teammate, now he locks into you, now you have no momentum, you go forward, and see you stopped here. If he had like a very good shot, it would just go above you. You have no more momentum. So again here it will be safe. And you might think that like your teammate is ball chasing sometimes. I don't know if you have that thought.
He is a hard certified ball chaser. I have talked to other pros that have told me they're like, I don't know what your teammate's doing, but right now he's just being a ball chaser.
Well, I
And
think
that's what he's known for.
yeah, but I think it's also because of you. It's also your fault. You are the one who is enabling him to be a ball chaser. If you play very passively, your teammate will have to sort of like step up for you. And this is actually a good example. Right now he has no boost. He sees you. This should be your ball. It should be 100% your ball. But you're not going for this, so he turns. He should not be going for this, right? That is a mistake from his part. But did you call that you
Yeah.
were having this? Were you going full speed for this ball? He probably thought that like you were not gonna go for this because usually you are like staying kind of passive, and somehow this guy, even if he made the shot, he still was able to get this ball before you guys. So
Yeah.
again, I'm not like saying that he's out of blame. Like he was ball chasing for sure, but it might also be
So
because of
too
you.
much hesitation.
Yeah, you're playing way too passive. Sometimes it's really. Oh, now you're the one ball chasing. I don't know what you want to do here, but I'm
I was
scared.
gonna try stopping it, but then I realized that it was a bad. Like this is one. This is why I sent you this. Is because
Yeah,
I in game I realized I was like, why the fuck am I up for this ball right now?
yeah.
My
There's
teammate's behind with a boost that he just didn't get.
well, there was no boost, but I mean he's taking
Oh,
pads.
okay. But he's grabbing
Yeah.
pads, and he could have went up the wall for this
Mm-hmm.
and taken it, but he seen I was already on it, so he
Yeah.
left it.
Yeah.
What I was gonna try doing is tapping it with a hood of my car and just leaving it there, setting it down for him. But I realized I'm like, okay, just fall back. This is
Yeah.
not a good play.
Honestly, here what you can do is just like pressure this ball, which you end up doing by the way, because like see he's moving the ball away. You can either take the boost here, or you can actually like, go for a bump. See if you challenge him like this, he gets demoed, and then you can even try to like go for the other guy, because you know that your teammate has a free ball. This is the
Yeah.
idea of playing for a layer. Right now, you're not playing for yourself. You force him to get like a free ball. So like now, your teammate has a free ball. Hopefully, he has free boost. And see, if you were bumping, like if you bump this guy and like now this guy is being disturbed, your teammate has a free v1, a free 1v1, right? Instead, well, you kind of like faked him, and now the enemy end up having the ball. You have this, nice. Mm. Good try. Take the boost and then you leave. Try to bump him. Yep. Good try.
Try going for the demo on him.
Well, that was perfect. That was what it was expected from you. Here, kind of unfortunate that you didn't go for the boost. Again, the
I
second time
always
that you
get
do
so
this.
much momentum. I do that all the time, and I don't know how to fix it.
Line yourself
I'm
with,
never lined up.
yeah, you have to like line yourself and then you jump. Even if it's,
Yeah.
it's something that you force yourself to do, to be conscious of that, because second time that this happens. So be careful. Can maybe get a bump or yeah. I was maybe thinking of a bump on the second guy. Not that
Oh,
this one
okay.
is bad, but the thing is, see if you bump this guy, then you end up having a free 1v1 for your teammate. I mean, your bump could also work, but it's just like you were like so late. Let's see
Yeah.
if this guy was a little bit better. Maybe he could have made like a pass. Your idea was not bad, but could have been slightly better. You take this boost. See, good example here. This is your ball. Teammate pressured him to boom this ball. So right now, why are you not going for this? You could go for this. You could go for this. See, like you would beat him. And even if you don't beat him, you can maybe do a 50 or like pressure him, and then you leave back again, and then you force a free ball for your teammate. Um, and, and I don't know if we'll see it from your teammate POV. See, he's forcing that. Yeah, so like here your teammate isn't aware of you, and that's an issue. But that's the moment where you're supposed to like call this. This is my ball. I have,
Yeah.
and you go for it. Because then your teammate will fall back. He will be behind you, so you can challenge without any like worries. Because even if you mess up, your teammate will have your back. But here the issue is that while you're passive, your teammate cannot go because he had the better angle. And so now look, they have a free ball.
Yep.
And so like again, we're forcing ourselves to be in defense always.
And I was too far up on the play.
Yeah.
If I would have been back another probably 5 to 10 feet, I would have been fine. I think I would have reached that ball.
Yeah. You could have went on the backboard.
Yeah, that is true.
The thing is, in a good scenario at a higher level, your teammate here would have tried like to disturb this guy, and so you'd have been able to like go a little bit behind. And even this is not too bad because if you go on the backboard, you'd like defend high and your teammate defends low. So yeah, I think the backboard would have maybe been a good option there. Oh, unfortunate. You should whenever like you are in the air like this, use your camera to like look where they are. Because here you had 47 boosts, you used all your boosts to like get the like a boost that you didn't have. Where if you kept that, you could have get like a couple pads. Won't matter anyways because your teammate scored. But you could have gotten a couple pads to make up for the lack of boost or like, of big pad. So be careful whenever you're doing kickoffs. You really want to be doing a flip a little bit earlier and have like a better landing. That way you're able to hit the ball more in the center. Because you're hitting it on the side a bit too much and a little bit too low. That's why it goes high.
So flip sooner?
Well, you want to make your flip a little bit sooner. That way you can land a little bit sooner. That way, if you jump, you will arrive in the middle of the ball. The problem here is that you see he hit it. Look at the difference between him and you. See, he's hitting it like in the middle while you're hitting it like a little bit too low.
Okay.
So it's either you're landing or you could have maybe made the flip a little bit sooner. Here you're not taking any pads. You have a lot of boost, but it's always good to have pads. Good try.
Fall back for this one.
This is yours.
Yes.
Nice. Not the best touch. Here he gave it to you. So make a small touch. Right? You don't have to boom it as much as you did, because then like look at like all the boost that you wasted. You had 80 boost. And in the end, like you're there with like 14. And sure, you will get the big boost, but there was something that you could have done here. Obviously, it's not easy. I'm saying that this was easy, but I believe there was more that you could have done if you made like small. Oh, if you made like a smaller touch. Um, yeah, I mean, this is actually a good moment to like take information. Where is your teammate, and is he going for this? Because you could have tried like to bump and see you put some pressure and then you leave because your teammate was
And he
not
was
there.
already going for it, and I cut across the field instead of rotating back post and coming up behind him for the play.
Well, actually, here you don't want to be going back post. You only want to go back post for in defense. The thing is, I'll draw this that way it's clear. Usually, what you want to be doing is you can think of it as this. See this line in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Whenever you're rotating back, you kind of like want to rotate alongside that middle line. That way, whenever he goes, you will be able to assist him behind, right? The thing is, here it's actually fine if you kind of cut to put some pressure because your teammate, for some reason, I don't know why, he's very far. But
He always his thing is I'm still somewhat newer to the game.
yeah,
I never have taken the game seriously until about a few months ago, and I went from hard stuck plat to diamond 3 almost champ.
hmm
And I told him, I was like, I need to learn when to be on a play and when not to
hmm
be. So he kind of just sits back a lot of the time and plays backfield and lets me just be annoying. Especially now that we're winning,
yeah,
I get a little bit more aggressive, or he does, so we can be annoying and then upset them. Because a lot of the time we'll get under their skin, and
yeah.
we've noticed is we'll get under their skin because we're ball chasing and they don't know what to do. They get irritated and they start making mistakes.
Well, that's perfectly fine. But here the thing is, the most important thing is information. Is my teammate there or not? If he's not there, I kind of extend my play. That way I can put some pressure. If my teammate is there, I leave him the ball because he will have a better angle. And in this case, it's actually fine for you to like put some pressure, and then you leave on the outside. That way your teammate can then catch up and go for an easier ball, or we go in defense directly to defend this ball. Because here the issue is that see like none of you are putting some pressure on him, right? Yes, you end up bumping him. It's a bit unfortunate. Um, and now none of you are ready. It is
Yep.
kind of funny as a situation. Yeah, but yeah, whenever you like you're turning back, try to take the information. Sometimes it could also like be something that you guys kind of calm, right? Uh, you hear your teammates gonna try to put pressure. This is now yours. Good try. Still your ball. Okay, it works. Um,
Yeah, he don't trust my catches because when I was in plat, I would try catching it like that and it would bounce off my hood and roll right into goal.
well, the problem here is that your catch is maybe dangerous.
Yeah.
You don't have the information. If the guy that you like that just like gave you the ball, he landed perfectly on the wall and he's rushing you right now. Okay, you do a catch, but like he's just gonna like slam into you and it might go in,
Yep.
right? So you just
Or
like
take it off my hood.
yeah. Actually, here what you could do is like take it a little bit wider. That way you can play on this out like on the outside. Because here, if you play in this corner, it's kind of bad because like they are already here. If you're able
Yeah.
like to boom the ball on the outside, you can just like follow it after, take the boost, and you make a play after because you have like so much space. Here, that flip kind of said that it didn't like land on any pads. Um, okay, good try. So the mm,
I get scored on a lot with that. If they do or like a dribble bouncing dribble
yeah,
like this, boom, I get scored on every single time because I don't know if I stay back or do I bum rush and go for a 50.
the idea was good. Of what you did. Essentially, what you want to do right now is you maybe want to be a bit closer. Like, see how here you're going to the middle. You want to maybe be a little bit closer like this, and then as you said, you can either rush, or you want to be doing a fake challenge into shadow. You want to rush if you see that the enemy doesn't have a good possession, right? So like here there was maybe a way for you to rush. Because if you instantly rush, you block the angle,
And
and so he won't be able to play.
so instead of cutting back, rush him and take the 50.
Well, yeah, because we don't want to let him play. If you see that he's awkward,
Yeah.
that's what you want to be doing. And see, if you were a bit closer, maybe that could like work, because like there was maybe a window. If you feel that window is not possible, you want to be doing a fake challenge into shadowing. This essentially looks like something like this. You arrive with like an angle like this, and up you boost a little bit, and you turn. And that way, you force him, you scare him into giving possession of the ball, which then you will get back after. And if he doesn't get fake challenge, so if you keep the ball back, you will still be on the side to like pressure him and try like to challenge, because by being on the side, you'll have like a lot of opportunities to cut. So either you save the ball or like you prevent him from playing. The issue right now is because you sort of went straight to the net and now you're back. Right now you are in a situation that is suboptimal. This is pretty much like the worst scenario in which you can be. You're in between the net and the enemy. If you were in the net, it's a little bit meh because you're giving a lot of space for him to do something, but you can defend the shot. If you were a little bit closer, you can do a fake challenge into shadowing. That way you can prevent him from playing. And I'll just try to prevent him from playing because you have an opportunity to like challenge. If not, you fake. And if he give you a free ball, you have a free ball. If not, you can try like to prevent him from, well, following up essentially by still being around. Right now, you are doing neither. So this ball ended up being very difficult to play. Because see, you do a fake challenge here, but
Just rotate the wrong way, I think.
well, I mean, it made sense why you rotate that way because you were coming from the middle. But I want you to like look at from his POV, and you will see how inexistent you are in defense. Here he gets a free ball. He takes like 2 hits to like control it. He see you there. You fake challenged him, but it was not very convincing. You didn't scare him. So right now you just see that you are very awkward. And he, like, it was easy for him to just beat you because at any moment did you put any like pressure on him? Did you scare him? Were you like what were you covering? Right now you're covering just this side because it was a bit too hasty. And so that's why it's very easy for him to beat you. So you really want to be careful of, and hopefully we do have an illustration like later, so I can maybe show you with another example. But you want to be careful of like, whenever you are in a 1v1, how you handle the space between the enemy and you.
Okay.
Because if you give him too much space, he will be able to play, and you want to be doing that like in between, where I put some pressure. That way he might give me the ball. That way I can still attack whenever, but without giving him free reign over the attack. Do you guys often like do this type of kickoffs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where I go for boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his kickoffs are very inconsistent. Where
Okay.
they do that or they go on our side and do that. So
Mhm.
I just go for boost and be ready for the defense.
Okay, I see. Um, that is fair. So here, well, he takes that boost. That's okay. Here, I feel like this is a little bit too much passive. See, you do like an extra turn to go, and if we look
Yeah.
again from the enemy POV, he makes a very bad touch. And why is he not getting punished for this?
Yeah,
He
if
made,
I was closer, I could have been on top of it and just
yeah.
instantly went up.
If you're closer, and that's the point of shadowing. Actually, this actually might be a good example. Actually, I was looking for another example, but this is actually a good example. Right now, it's almost as if you were in a 1v1 because your teammate is not ready. So right now, as a second man, you are all the way back. You cannot challenge this recklessly because if you do so, well, you might get scored on because there's no teammate to back you up. So right now, you want to
Yeah.
be doing a shadow where you get a bit closer to like fake challenge him. That way, if he booms the ball away, you might just be able to get it. So maybe you get a little bit closer, he moves the ball away and you get it. And if he makes a mistake, you're still around to constantly put that pressure. Instead, you left him so much space, and now you're going, right? And in the end, this works out because he gives the ball away and your teammate will be able to play it. You will be able to play it, I guess.
Yeah, I
uh,
went up for it because I didn't know if he had gotten back yet or not.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think he missed anyways. I don't know if it's
Yeah, he
because of
did.
you. Yeah. Uh, uh, in a great world, he would have gotten it. But it works out, so I don't really mind that. See, like how in the end, like you almost got what I was talking about. You pressured him and he gave the ball away, but you could have done that in the midfield, which have made that whole scenario avoidable essentially. Here a little bit similar, perhaps. Mm. Why not go for this?
Yeah, I agree 100%. Now I'm sitting here, I'm like, why
Yeah,
the fuck are you not going for that? Like, it's he hesitated to even go for the ball, and he thought I was going for the ball, so he backed off and was getting ready to rotate for
yeah.
defense.
A lot of what you want to be doing in rotation and something that will help you a lot is thinking about your positioning. Am I the first man or I am the second man? Here, your teammate is the second man. He's behind you, so he will be arriving at the back post, around the back post, and he will have a very good angle to defend whatever happens. Right now, your goal as a first man. If you're able to beat him, that's cool. But if not, that's also fine. Your goal is to like pressure him into giving a free ball for your teammate. Because let's see, if you go here and like he booms it above you, well, your teammate will end up having a free ball. I mean, he might mess up, and if he messes up, well, it is what it is. But
I did my part. There's only so
yeah,
much I can do.
that's perfectly said. You did what you had to do. The issue right now, you're staying back. It's like right now you're not defending anything. The only way you can defend this shot is if he shoot it back beside the net. So you like, and okay, you go for this, but it's too
I
late.
shouldn't have.
I understand why you go for this, but like, yeah, the passes are already made. You should have been preventing the pass. You're going for this, okay, now your teammate won't be able to really go for this. And see, if he made a good shot, you're too late for that, because you had no momentum here, and your teammate
And my
won't be able to
teammates
play
are.
for this. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, your teammate, like, even if he was turning, like, towards the net, I don't think he would be able to do much. Because it's, like, already, like, the play is happening so close to the net, that
Yeah.
for the time to react to the play, it would have already gone. So, like, here, I like the fact that you're letting your teammate play, get some pads, not the boost. A little bit dangerous. It works out, but it's a little bit dangerous. Right now, your teammate made a play. It was bad, but he made a play. So let's just like look at it again. So he has a ball here.
He
He
called me off of that one. He was like, I got it.
well, that's perfect because like it was his ball. So like, even if he didn't call you off, you should have you should have like left the play. But right now your teammate is the first man. Right now we are in offensive scenarios. Like the goal of your first man is to either be able to score on his own. That's always cool. If not, he wants to like set you up. So as you go in the second man is to be able to react to that and to be able like to follow up. So you want to be more behind the play, facing the play, and taking some pads at the same time. But your goal is really to follow up the play. Right now, your teammate made a flip that was kind of bad, right? Because look, the flip
Yeah.
end up, well, he end up for like giving the position to the enemy. So right now, what do you want to be doing?
Uh, with what little boost I have, picking up pads and getting ready for the 50.
Potentially going for a 50 if you can. Like see, that is the aggressive option. If you see that he doesn't have the like the possession, you could like take this pad, and like see you try to go for a 50. A little bit dangerous, but it could work.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, well, there's no way they can save it. Or you take a couple of pads, fake challenge, and then you try to defend. Right now, the issue is that you didn't care at all. You said, okay, my teammate has it. Bye bye. I take the pads. And see, you flipped before taking the information, which is a big mistake. You want to take the information first. Because right now you're just leaving, and he has a free ball. Like right now, he should be able to score this 100%. And even if you took the information after you flipped, it's like you don't care. It's like I don't care, guys. I will get my boost. Whatever happens, I will be full boost. You got your full boost, but this, if he boomed it, it would have been like a goal. Like I don't know why he doesn't score this. Well, I mean, he probably just messed up, right? But this should be a goal because you made a bad decision of leaving the play whenever it was your turn to play. And I think I told you this at the beginning of the session. You want to be ready so that whenever like the ball is yours, you're properly positioned and you have some pads.
Yeah.
Right now, the second thing was like out of the equation. You wanted to take the boost whenever it was your turn to play. And sure, your teammate messed up. Sure. Oh. Here, what is your position?
Uh,
Are you first man or second man?
With him being in front of me,
Yeah.
he's first man.
So right now, call him to like go for this. Tell him like go go go, like push him, challenge him, make something happen. Because right now both of you are covering the same spot, which is now kind of meh. First of all, you should not be jumping for this, but I understand why you're jumping for this. But you should not be jumping for this. But in a good word, he would have went earlier. That way, he would be able to pressure his. Again, if he gets a 50, that's cool. If he's able to beat him, that's cool. If he gets beat, that's fine because he would force this guy to boom the ball away, and then you will be here, and you end up having a free ball. Right now, both of you are covering the same spot. So even if you defend that, now both of you are out of the play. It's gonna be fine because this guy is very far, but be careful of that.
Yeah.
Not bad. Oh, okay. We take those. I mean, if the enemy will make the mistake, we will punish them. So this was not too bad. It was better a kickoff. I just want to look at. Yeah, he just had you did a diagonal flip, where I think he
Yeah.
did a front flip, so he stayed more in front of the ball. Oh, I mean here you cannot really do much. Well, unless you kick off was a little bit better. I think your teammate kind of hesitated.
Yeah, I did.
I think this was actually a good example from his POV. Free ball. If he goes here, what did he take the boost? Yeah, he had the boost. If he goes here, he prevented the enemy from playing, but because he, for some reason, was scared, he let the enemy play. And sure, he's in net to defend. He's ready to defend, but why give the enemy a free shot when you
Yeah.
can prevent it? Well, it happens. Did you miss up
I
the
missed
boost
the
or
boost.
no? Okay,
Oh no.
it's always replay bugs.
I thought I missed the boost. I'm like, there's no way.
No. One day they will fix that. One day they will fix that.
I should have went.
So
They
okay,
both missed the ball right here,
yeah,
and one started turning away.
there is a little bit more nuance here. The problem here. So you take this boost, that's fine. Teammate is now behind you, so you actually want to go for this. You don't go for some reason. Sure, I'm not saying to go for this ball and and double jump and go for this, but I want you at least to get closer. That way you can pressure them, right? Because look at how
Yeah.
awkward he is. And see, if he gets the ball and goes past you, that's fine. You just turn around, and your teammate should be behind you. If he saw you go for this, so he should be behind you. So he will go first, and you will be ready to defend after, and that would be perfect. Instead, here you kind of let him, and you end up in this weird position. And this is kind of what I meant earlier when I said sometimes you might be enabling your teammate. If your teammate saw you go for this first, would he be where he is?
No.
Hopefully not. But if he is, that's a
Yeah,
mistake on his
hopefully
part.
not.
Right now, the problem is that he's going, and so are you. And for some reason, here you stop. Which, see, if you see a teammate makes this, okay, my teammate cuts me. Whether it's his fault or not, he cuts me. What you want to be doing is leaving, right? So keep your momentum. See, you were coming like this. Keep your momentum, and then keep your rotation going. Right now, the problem is that you stop. So now you get your momentum. You get in a very weird angle, and this actually, I should use this as an example. Whenever you're shadowing, you don't really want to be in the same line of action as the enemy. You always want to be coming on the side, like this, or if you're coming out like this, could also work. The reason why it's easier to challenge with a slight angle between the line and yourself than challenge on the same line, because if you do that, you have to turn, or you have to do a backward challenge, which is much more awkward. Also, if the enemy is very good with air dribbles, he could just air dribble and bump you then, because you're on the same line. So that's just a small notice, because see, this end up being very awkward. Sure, you get it, but it's not the best challenge. Here, that flip was a little bit early. Why are you flipping here?
I
Very
have
good
no
question.
idea.
And that's the thing. Flipping commits you to a direction. So here, I would prefer it if you didn't flip and actually you took this pads, because look, your team is gonna play here. And what is your goal as second man? To be ready for this. And now you're not facing the play, like you're kind of far. So like your teammate messed up. Bon, it's a little bit sad.
And the enemy,
He
he
was
wasn't
scared.
even ready for it. He thought that he's gonna hit it. So now both of them are awkward, and
Yeah,
I could have pushed that ball and
yeah.
hit it.
And if your teammate actually hit it, if your teammate was good enough and he was able to hit this ball, I don't know if he would have been able to score it, especially with like that aerial.
So the funny thing about that teammate right there
Yeah.
is he's a champ player and he doesn't use directional arrow. He only uses free arrow.
I mean, why not? I would not advise for that, but okay. What I was saying was that if here he hits the ball to the center, are you ready for that? No. So there is like two outcomes that your teammate can do with an action. He can, succeed. Maybe he makes a pass. Maybe he makes a 50 with the enemy. Maybe he makes a play that like take by surprise the enemy, and that gives you an advantage. Or he might mess up. In both scenarios, your goal as a second man is the same: is to be ready for that. The problem is by being so far, you're not. And see, even if you mess up, you could like blame him and start insulting him nicely about like how he's bad in the air. But right now, he still kind of did his job in a way. Now this boy is neutral. This guy
Yeah.
kind of got like faked by him, I guess. So actually, this is yours. And instead, you don't go because you are eh, like you're too far. And not going is not necessarily a mistake here, because you could say like, okay, my teammate is like all the way back. So right now I'm a second man. I should like play safer. You will be right, but if you were to play safer, I would like you to be able to put some pressure at least. So you get closer, you fake challenge, and then you leave. But actually, like here, you had like a good moment to like challenge. Like, this was actually, you could have beaten him here. The problem is by being too passive. Sure, you get the boost, but now you're leaving, and now they end up having the free ball, and both of you turns at the same time. Well, you got it though. Here you leave. Let's go back to your POV. Um. Okay. Teammate should go. He doesn't have boost, unfortunately, but that's fine. He's scaling. It's okay. Okay, this now it's yours. Hmm.
I tried just making him do something with it because I knew I wasn't gonna beat
Yeah.
him to it.
Well, this was perfect. And if you just like went for him. See like how you're going sideways here.
Uh-huh.
If you were going like this, see? If you go where he is, he has to do something, 100%. And if he moves the ball away, you can even like bump him after, which is like the best scenario. Right now, for some reason, see like you're avoiding him, and in the end, you still do the right thing. Just sad that your teammate was not ready for this.
So in a way, it's kind of like shadowing when like in this situation, if I would have went straight at him, I want to try and aim for him and where that ball is coming down at instead of where he's going to be.
Well, you have to like think about where he's gonna go, because the ball is going to like, if right now you're going where the ball is, you're just gonna go straight, and now the ball is like on your right, so you want to be following where he's going. But in a way, you said like it was kind of like shadowing, and in a way, yeah, it is. The thing is, as a first man, you don't want to be like shadowing, because the thing is, if you shadow here, it's very awkward.
Yeah.
Because then your teammate is like, well, are you going back or is it my turn? But you want to be doing that fake challenge, right? Or even that challenge if you can. Right now, what I want you to know is that this is your interaction. Whatever you do here, if you're able to beat him, that's cool. If not, in this case, like you won't be able to beat him unless like you jump and try like something a little bit reckless. Like it could work, but it's a bit dangerous. But it could still work, right? But your goal here is to make something out of this play. That way, your teammate will end up having a free ball, right? So whatever that is, challenging, whatever that is, like bumping him, or like you do like a fake challenge and then you leave because you don't want to commit. Because you could like, for example, here you could just like double jump and try to go for him. But what happens if you mess up? Now you'll be all the way back.
Yep.
And if this guy didn't get like disturbed enough from your play, your teammate will be in trouble. That's why you might not want to like go all in this play, but you still want to be, putting some danger. And this
Yeah.
may be the difference between the like shadowing in this scenario here, because whenever you're shadowing, you're the last one, so you cannot like put yourself out of the play. So you want to make a fake challenge, but come more on the side. That way you're able to like cover quickly the follow up.
Yeah.
So it's like it's both are similar, but there's one where you're playing for yourself and one where you're playing for your teammate. Take the pads. No, that was not too bad. Even if you went in the net, it made sense why. Here, I don't like this. You completely unplugged your brain. Oh, I mean, okay,
Yeah.
there was no time left. Okay. I mean, if you took a pad
I
or two, you know. Anyways,
it would have
it's all
been
good.
close.
Yeah, yeah. There was no time left. I didn't see the overtime. Not too bad. Fortunately, like this works better if your teammate follows and you guys are not following each other.
Yeah.
Once you guys get like better kickoffs, I would advise for you guys to follow. Because usually you can
Like
like
cheat up
be
on it?
yeah. Because usually
Okay.
you guys can be more ready for more things. Because you're like in the center of the field. You can still go back take the corner. You can still like push forward. Where if you one takes like take like the corner boost. For example, your teammate took like the right corner boost. Well, now this ball, it will be over, right? You won't be able to do much. I mean, get 50 actually. Um, okay, nice. And now this is yours. Well played. That was a good follow. Well played. So
That one
what?
felt better. I got pads. I didn't go into net. I cut in.
Yeah,
I followed him up on it.
probably the only maybe improvement I could tell you here, if you want to be a little bit better at this, and this was still a good example, is that you actually didn't need to go behind your teammate here, right? You could have just like slowed down a little bit, and you could have been here instead. Because see, if you get
Okay.
beat, you would be
So
facing
cut
this play.
sooner.
Uh, well, you don't want to be cutting sooner. I'll show you what I mean here. Because see here, you feel like your teammate is gonna beat him 100%, but actually there might be a challenge here. See, and the problem here,
Yeah.
what are you facing? Right? If I was to draw this, you're facing your net right now. And sure, you will turn, so you will be facing this. But if you slow down a little bit, you didn't flip. See, if you didn't flip, and you were like more like here, see how already you have a way bigger angle.
Yeah.
Because what you want to be doing is assisting your teammate. And it's like, see, your teammate was going to beat him. Or it's like he was going to be first on the ball, so you could have like cheated a little bit more aggressively rather than going all the way back to net. Like, right now, you're doing like a very defensive rotation where you're getting behind your teammate and see like how right now is like you guys are really in a line where there's a word where you could have been a little bit closer and see more like sideways like this. Up, he beats him. I'm like here. In the end, like it would have been kind of the same thing. But just to I'm kind of nitpicking, okay. Still, it was very good. So
That's all right. That's all right.
well played.
I'm okay with some nitpicking because I need it.
Um, so we kind of went a lot on this game. I just realized. Cause I asked you like 2 games, but we've been doing like more than 1 hour.
I mean,
Um,
if you want, we can just call it there. I mean, I kind of see where you're coming from. The less hesitation,
mhm.
the better cuts and rotation, when to 50, how to 50 better, work on my kickoff some.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this coaching session. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.